To give you an idea on how bad this race was, I can only describe it in different languages, okay? English, this race sucked. Spanish, esta carrera apestaba. German, dieses Rennen war scheiße. French, se cause était nulle. And Japanese, konore suwai sayutaraka. Yes, clearly I cannot speak 3 of those 4 languages, even though I am part German. I know it's an embarrassment. Anyways, we need to move on. This race was pure ass. What's up, everyone? My name is Jet. Welcome back to episode of it's not even Inside Lines, it's Victory Stop. Jeez. Kyle Larson, let's just get out of the way. 411 of the 500 laps. Pure domination from the driver of the number 5 car to go back-to-back, technically, 2 in a row. Bristol wins for him. He won last fall where he led, 462 laps? He has now, in the last 2 Bristol races, led 87.3% of all laps. Led 873 of the 1,000 laps in the last 2 Bristol races. That is just unreal. Domination, I don't know. What's a better word for domination? I don't know, but that's what Kyle Larson did. Now, it was an emotional win for him in not only the number 5 team, but for all of Hendrick Motorsports, after the passing of John Edwards, a very vital part of Hendrick Motorsports for many, many years. So this was an emotional win for them. So it was a feel-good story in order for them to take home the checker flag. Larson almost, again, just like at Miami last month, nearly got the sweep, winning 2 of the 3 races in the weekend, won the Xfinity Series on Saturday, finished 2nd in the truck race on Friday. Let's take a look at the results. So right behind Larson is a trio of Toyotas, all from Joe Gibbs Racing. Hamlin 2nd, 3rd Ty Gibbs, 4th and Chase Briscoe. Ryan Blaney, who had a real good car, led 48 laps due to some pit strategy, ends up in 5th. 6th is William Byron. 7th is Ross Chastain after starting 35th. Christopher Bell in 8th. AJ Allmendinger, good run for him in 9th. And how about Austin Dillon in the top 10? Carson Hocevar in 11th. Very, very tough run for him because he had one of the fastest cars. He had for sure at least a top 5 finish. Unfortunately, on the last green flag pit stop, had a very, very slow stop that ultimately took him out of contention. 12th is Josh Berry, Justin Haley, Kyle Busch, and Chase Hill at the top 15 with Keselowski, Cindric, Reddick, Wallace, and Priest the top 20. John Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Noah Gragson, Joe Logano, and Chris Busch at the top 25. Eric Jones, Zane Smith, Riley Herbst, Cole Custer, and Michael McDowell at the top 30. In the final 9 positions, Jesse Love in his first Cup Series start in 31st. Ty Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Corey LaJoie, Todd Gillen, Cody Ware, Alex Bowman, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Josh Bilicki. Now, Cody Ware and Shane Van Gisbergen, they had a tangle. Gisbergen got loose underneath Cody Ware and both spun. Alex Bowman had engine issues. That's really all I can say about this race. I'll be honest. Maybe a bit too much information, but I can't remember the last time I've been blue-balled in a NASCAR race, okay? Don't get me wrong. I was not expecting exactly what we saw last year because the temperature was about 10 degrees higher than it was last year. It was going to be out in the sun, a bit warmer temperatures. So I wasn't expecting the exact same race, but wow. It was slightly better than last fall, but 0 is here, right? That's where the camera is. This was this race. This is 0. This is where last fall was. This was this race. It was better, but by no means was it amazing. It was really, really bad. It was weird the way the race first began because of what happened last fall or last year, and because of what happened yesterday during practice and qualifying. The first, 40 some odd laps of the race, drivers were taking it way easy. We were running in the 16.4s. And then drivers started to realize, hey, wait a minute. Tires aren't going away. The track is picking up rubber. Tires are picking up the rubber. We can go a lot faster. Kyle Larson was the first to recognize that, and he took off like a rocket. Justin Haley then followed suit, and he also took off. Larson got up to a 2-second lead almost immediately, while Justin Haley settled into 2nd place. And not long after, we went from the 16.4s to the 15.8s, and it would remain that way for the rest of the race, even in long green flag runs. There was a moment in stage 2 where you got to really see this is a track position race because there at one point the top 11 drivers stayed out on old tires, maybe 70, 80 lap tires. They weren't challenged at all. Larson would win stage 2. He didn't pit. He had old tires, while drivers from the back like Bubba Wallace, I think Ryan Blaney was another driver that, had new tires that tried to make their way to the front. I think Blaney was the only one to get any type of stage points. even though he had new tires. That's how little tires mattered. It was a repeat what we saw last fall, and a repeat what we've seen almost every single time on short tracks with this next gen car, is that the tires are not wearing out. There was this interesting moment late in the race where Blaney stayed out when he last pitted on lap 257, him, Tyler Reddick, and Bubba Wallace. And at one point in time, Blaney lapped the entire field, even though Larson and Hamlin, they pitted, but Blaney was just able to last so long because the tires just didn't give away. I mean, Blaney, honestly, if Blaney had enough fuel from lap 257 onwards, if he was able to make it on field that last green flag run, Blaney would have won the race. That's how little tires matter. I mean, it really did. Sorry, it meant fuck all in this race. That's really all I can say. It didn't mean a damn thing. And this is a bigger issue. I'm not going to blame Goodyear on this one. Goodyear taught me a lot throughout this next gen car. Before, it was always Goodyear. You gotta make better tires. I'm going to switch my stance. No. Enough of the talk about Goodyear. 95% of the reason why these races suck is the next gen car. I have been a defender of this next gen car, probably longer than maybe others. I do think the potential for this car is great. But NASCAR are so stuck in their own ways, for reasons I still have no idea why, they will not give this car horsepower. You need to give it horsepower. The only way is you either A, give it more horsepower, or B, we have to create a next gen car, Gen 8, whatever you want to call it. That's the only way this can be solved. We cannot be on this car much longer. Or at the very least, we cannot be on this package, the same package, for much longer. We can't. We're running 670 horsepower. That cannot be it. That can't. And I'm sick and tired now of what I'm seeing is NASCAR taking a step back and giving all the pressure to Goodyear, which is not fair. Okay? It's a handshake. It's a relationship. 50-50. Right now, it feels like NASCAR is putting in 5% and having Goodyear do 95% of the work. Now, I'm not saying that Goodyear is completely innocent in this situation. I do think they can go softer, but I want people to understand that we cannot rely on just Goodyear. Goodyear can only do so much. You can only do so much with the tires. It also relies on the car. And right now, the car sucks. I'm sorry, it does. It does. It's not working on the short tracks. Definitely not working. It's not even working on the mile and a halves anymore. We're starting to see the mile and a half start to be not as competitive as they were in the past because teams are getting smarter. Tires aren't wearing out. We're starting to see a decrease in the quality of racing on even the mile and a halves. Don't even get me started on the super speedways. We know how much work that gets or how much work that needs. It's just, I don't know what needs to change at this point. Something needs to be done. Denny Hamlin has said this. TRD has said this. Chevrolet has said this. Yates has said this. We can up the horsepower at minimum by 750. We can do that right now. Make a few adjustments and we'd be good to go. The engine bill has not changed since 2014. Now, the thing that NASCAR is always going to say, oh, well, we're trying to bring in new OEMs. We want new OEMs. Until I see or hear a Honda or a Dodge be like, listen, we don't want to join NASCAR until y'all go 670, then fine. But until those new OEMs come in, let's actually do something about it. For now, it's like, listen, okay, until we get new OEMs coming in, let's give y'all whatever horsepower y'all want. And then if a new OEM comes in, then we have to make adjustments. I don't know if it has to go to hybrid. I don't know what's going to take for it. What is it going to take for NASCAR to finally admit their car needs work, needs major work? You could take as much downforce as you want out of the spoiler, take as much downforce as you want out of the splitter, take away the damn diffuser all you want. It's not enough. You can only do so much with this car until you have to eventually figure out, hey, maybe we need to do something with the hood. One of the beauties about NASCAR racing, what is the fundamental part about NASCAR racing? Is a car that is hard to drive, tires that wear out with a massive motor. That is the core, the foundation core of NASCAR. And yet here we are every single week. And I think Clint Boyer mentioned this. We need to start coming up with something else other than just tires. And I never thought I'd say this, but Clint is 100% right on that. I am sick and tired of hearing about tires. You can only do so much with tires. Now, even though I give Clint Boyer a break, I agree with him there. Don't get me started on the Fox broadcast. Again, awful. The energy, if you watch the IndyCar race and the NASCAR race, the differences in the energies in the booth is night and day. We have 5 more races with Fox, folks, so just hang on. We got 5 more races and we don't have to deal with them for the rest of the year, unless you watch trucks. But the point is that, just a lack of info, a lack of care, a lack of enthusiasm, missing replays. I mean, how they missed Shane Van Gisbergen going to the garage, never mentioned it. They miss so much information, and the thing that they do catch, oh, we have to go to a commercial. Anytime things get even a little bit interesting, oh, we got to go to a commercial. Oh, you missed a full-on pit stop. Oh, let's show you little bits of the replay. Like, do y'all even care at this point? I mean, that's a stupid thing to say. Of course, Fox does not care. They only care about the Daytona 500, but at least try. Act like y'all care. Again, I don't know if y'all can do this, but for next year, NASCAR Productions, please take over the Fox booth, the Fox broadcast. I don't know if they can do that with the whole contract setup, but please, because it is awful. God awful. This race, I hated it. I really did. Again, it was slightly better than last fall, but that don't make it good. If I give a rating, you get a 2. You get a 2. 1 was last fall. This is a 2. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Simple. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sorry if I'm depressed. I just... because there's so much potential with this next-gen car. I feel like I'm the person, I'm trying to be optimistic. There's potential with this next-gen car. If you give this car 900 horsepower, I feel like it can do wonders. It can. Well, why they won't do anything, not even give it 100 horsepower, when all OEMs say, yes, we can do that, no problem. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. See you next time.